Well, so, we are going to do a quick game review. Now, you might be asking yourself, you might have the inkling, Lord Scuba, why are you reviewing this game? The dude's 200 points below you. Yes, but, okay, the reason being is because this is the first game I actually played. We're gonna call it OTB, but I was using my digital chessboard to hooked up to chess.com to play this person. So, as we go through it, we're gonna realize that on online chess, I'm maybe 700s. Online over the board chess, I am not, because I make some goofy mistakes. So we're playing the black pieces. We are playing the Owens, as always. They bring out their knights, and now what do we have here? What is this situation? This is classic Owens. This is how we go. You can even see the eval bar. We are ahead. We do make a mistake there, and we'll see what it is. But I had a lot of fun in this game, and this is, as you can see, we both struggled. Oh, yeah, see, look, this is the Owens defense. Ooh. I've played this opening 0 times. You liar. You liar. Whatever. You are a dirty... I've played this like 90 times, 65 times. I think it's like 60-something times. Anyway... We take it. This is classic Owens. This is the Owens that we want. This is the Owens we love. The main line. They decide to move their knight to G5 to attack our light squared bishop. And so the choices here, right, and this is what was running through my head, is to retreat, which is a loss in tempo. So we don't necessarily want to do that, or to protect it. And then the second question is, how do we protect it? You can protect it 2 different ways. We can do knight to f6, that protects it. Or we could do pawn to d5, that protects it. Now, in this situation, I move the knight. Now, it is saying, let's see, we're allowed to put in a pawn through an eventual fork. Let's see what the fork is. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Gross. That would have been gross. And better for white. Okay. Did not, Well, luckily that didn't happen. Wow. Okay. I've never felt so wrong. Instead, in the future, if they come out here, come back. Now, how does that... I think that may stop it just from not being able to come down. But then... I don't know. Because at this point, you're not threatening checkmate. No, yeah, you kind of would be. No? Anyway, that's an interesting line I did not see, and would have been pretty gross. They decide to attack with the pawn. I was fully expecting them to come out and grab it, to be perfectly honest, which is why my knight was here, and did not even see that, because that's a fork. That's here and here, and if I try to protect my knight, they come down here, and this is just kind of disgusting. So, now we know, pull the bishop back. Oh, I didn't see that before. Just saw it now. This is a blunder. Now, why is this a blunder? It leaves an undefended, my bishop undefended and free to take. Let's see the moves. Yeah. And I saw that, to be perfectly honest. I saw it after I played it. Because here, look, so if you come here, they also make a mistake. This is a good trade. This is just taking it. I decide to threaten their bishop. Okay, now it's not a good trade anymore because they take, I take, and now, granted, they take again. So it is kind of still a good trade if they were to take it. So that was another misplay on my part. That's why they're better right now. They decide to go back. Again, the best move was to take. I see this, right? And I'm nervous about this move. But I decide that I want to trade. If they really want to trade, I want to trade, get an open file, move this out, and then my rook comes over. That's the goal there. They go back again, and now I decide to move. This is also kind of a bad move if you think that like they haven't castled yet, they have no reason to maintain this structure, which is already kind of messed up. They could come out here and win yet another tempo. I don't know how bad that is. It's not that bad. They're still ahead because now my bishop is very close to being trapped. You come here. Let's see if I come here. What happens if they come down? Yeah. They're just better, and they're haranguing my bishop all over the place. And I would probably, to be perfectly honest, kamikaze on this pawn and then help their development. Or they could come back down here, and now they're threatening different stuff. So that was not great. I decided to come down here. Again, it's good. It's not great. They're better. They castle. I castle. This isn't the best castling. Granted, they can't come down here for a checkmate threat immediately. If they did, I'm straight up taking that queen. And so really the plan would be, if I were white, you need to get rid of this knight. You need to get rid of it. Every time there's a knight right here, I will sacrifice a piece. I will kamikaze a piece in there to get rid of that knight because it is so dang strong, and it's protecting the weakest square. Except now I have two, so you do have to be careful. But if this moves, that's no longer defended. Anyway, so I come over here. The plan here is I'm pinning this pawn. And so you come up. They can't take back. I can take those, so they do something. I take. They take back. I get a pawn with check, and now I get to do some. Oh, yeah, it was to come down here. That's the plan. That's why this is here. Granted, I'm sure that something else is better, but hey, oh yeah, moving that up because, look at that, that's just a free tempo. Just a free tempo. And you know what? I'm sure they saw that pretty early on, and they just held it. Just wait, and you'll see when they do it. So now we're implementing the plan. We're not super worried. This would not be great. That's an undefended pawn. To then take here. So like this is definitely something to worry about. Let's see, because you'd have to come back to G6 to try and, well, you could. No, you can't. You go there. Now we have a completely separate issue. I mean, you probably just invade, and that would not be great. It's let's see what does the engine say? Whoa. H3, you just start, messing around. Anyway, so that was not good. They decided to come here. This is almost a checkmate threat. I do think that they got a little antsy in the pantsy for this. I'm trying to institute my plan. Look at that. Now, there is a problem. If you can spot it, I will pause. Okay, that is queen. Pawn takes d4. Queen takes d4, forking the king and the rook. And then the queen on h4 comes in from left field, and I blunder a queen. So I did see that in time. I'm lucky. I don't blunder a queen. They instead blunder their knight. This is a free knight. Why? Because if they come down to recatch, they just got rid of their queen. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but hey, it is what it is. So I get a free piece. I did not want to take here. Oh, well, I guess it's It's a check. Oh, well, that just would have been a free piece, huh? And then partially, another thing to think about is why didn't I take with the knight? One, this bishop is undefended, so it's a prime target to get got. Two, that was the main reason. Plus, this can be defended and defend this square, whereas the bishop can't. It's got to come out a little bit. And there are tricky lines to be done. So I take, they take. So then I move the knight here. This is, I agree, this is an inaccuracy. This is just easily stopped with, like, pawn move. And then I get to come here, and rerouting isn't exactly what I wanted to do because I can't go anywhere. I can come here, and it just now my knight's not great. They move, they do the same thing but with their bishop instead of their pawn. They move their bishop to what's that, D2. I decide to move my A rook over to E, so E8, because I see an open file. I want to control this open file. I could have done it with my F rook, but who knows? That probably. Oh, no, we'll look at it later. They move up a pawn to C4, C3. I apologize. And this is that pawn move I was talking about. This knight ain't going nowhere. It's completely useless. Here, I'm kind of struggling to what I want to do. I do have... yeah, so this is the embarrassing part. The plan was to move it here. Nothing happened to it. And then move it here because this is an outpost. Now, what exactly is it outposting? Nothing right now, but it's a strong square. It's in the center. It's a knight in the center, and it's controlling a bunch of the board. And they take. That's the most obvious thing in the world. The other candidate move that I had, so I saw that it was takeable. I was like, oh, let's ignore it. And then I saw rook to E2 to invade. And for some reason, I had an aneurysm, did something else, and then just blundered my knight away. By the way, if you look at the material, this is the material I'm up. So me being a few hundred points above them just evened it out, which was not great. So now I come up to do the 7th rank invade. They move over. This was, I think, a great time for a tempo. So now I kind of have to. I still can't take here because of the queen. So I'm staring down this pawn the entire time, and unfortunately that queen is just doing a great job sitting there. I move it back 1, and then they gain another tempo, and now I'm like, what do I do? Here is where I have the epiphany of all epiphanies, okay? First, this is no longer defended. I can't go at it from this way. Can't go at it from this way. So I decide, this is real. This is real. To come here, to come up here. Look at that. Boom. That's undefended. And then I can come over, and I'm forking these two. Now, this is a fake fork. This is a fake fork. Why is it a fake fork, you ask? I'm not taking that. Because I'm not losing this boy. Maybe I come here. No, maybe there is something to be said like come here, they take. And so I probably would have done that. They come over. I come over here. And now I'm threatening both rooks. Who knows? But yeah, that's my grand plan. And my e-board, I don't pick the pieces up. I slide them like a goober, and I slide it to right there, and it does not register the fact that my physical queen is sitting right here, waiting for me to do a majestic super go. They bring their light squared bishop back to D1 to attack the rook that I have invaded with. Not much to do there. I just go ahead and pull it back. Pulling it in front of the bishop would have just lost it, so didn't do that. And they move up, and I know exactly what they're doing now. They need to get rid of this knight. This knight is really strong, and oopsie daisy. So they're going to pull here. They're going to get this away, and now they can start an attack here after maybe here. But then I would leave it. But anyway, so I can see what they're doing, right? I come here. Why? Because I want my justification. Now, granted, look, this is now not defended. This is now not defended by anything. And when they put their light-squared bishop here on D1, they've separated the rooks. And so now, what did they want to do? Take the knight, my strongest little bully. And I ignore it. Brilliant move. Oh my gosh. They take. There's a second part here. I take here. These two are separated. So this is a prime target. Also, this is kind of a target, to be perfectly honest. Because I was going to say they could come here, but they really can't. Best move for white, by the way, is here. But you're still losing a bishop. What? What? That's a miss? Why is it a miss? Interesting. Why? Because you can go CE2. C2. Best thing to do here is, well, that's a brilliant move, is to go E2 check. Oh, to go here. Burp. Can't do anything there, so you, what, come down, and then you take? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And then I'm going to lose. Why am I going to lose? H7, and then this is checkmate. Burp. Wow. And then I would have quit chess. I would have quit chess. Oh, wow. Yeah. And these are the moves. I've been checkmated a few times like this, and these are the moves, those long moves. And the best thing would have do what? Here? I mean, you're still just so much better. Why? It's because you can just take. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Wow. So you take here. If you see this, you don't win, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. What do you do? That's why you have to hit this check. And they come down. And then, yeah, you have to take it. And white is just way better in this situation, even though you're up 7. Look at that. Oh, yeah, because you just lose your queen. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm flabbergasted. Okay, so they go backwards, which is the wrong move. Could you still do that, though? No, because that's made in 1. And that's isn't that crazy that like one move here, right there, and then this is now a miss because you have this now? Huh. That is crazy. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to the game. That's wild. they blunder their knight. So they blunder, I give away a knight, yada, yada, yada. They do some cool stuff, get back to the brilliant. Okay, and I do exactly what I wanted to do. They come back, which is apparently the wrong move. That's absolutely wild. And it allows me to take here. Now, the interesting part is I also have this as well. So this is defended. They could try and take here, but I'm just going to come back down with my queen. Yeah, I just come back down with my queen. So no biggie. Then they blunder their queen. So best move was to take here. And I take back. Yeah, they're just kind of in trouble at this point. Man. So they blunder their queen, unfortunately, and then that's kind of how the game goes. They do. This is a pretty interesting idea. Let's see, here would have been pretty interesting too. You would have. Oh wow, you would have just. And then, you know, white is still fantastic, or black is still fantastic, but you're, in this case, yeah, I just start pushing pawns, baby. Because there's not a lot that either person can do. You need this here, right, to keep the integrity of the pawn. So, like, maybe you, no, go and start garbling up pawns. That's why it's so good, is because I have such a majority over there. Anyway, they do this little tricky move, and I get the idea, right? If you take, maybe they take back here or take back here, and you're just kind of stuck. I think the most dangerous one would have been here. I'm still mate in 7, but there. Here. You're still kind of in trouble. I thought it was tricky. And then at this point, I'm just trying to liquidate. I'm not good at mate in ones, apparently, because I missed one right here, which is this, because the queen keeps there, and this goes here, queen, and the rook. So there's nowhere they can go. Anyway, yeah, I thought this was a fun game. I thought it would be nice to play a little over the board, to switch it up and have some fun. Unfortunately, I did try to give this game away to the best of my ability. But yeah, we will see y'all later. Have a good one.